That is just my audio. What sound different? It's supposed to sound like a TV though. Let's see.
I just won't do the voice changer for now. Alright, yeah. I'm trying to. I just downloaded the same program Locke did. Kind of new to it. I don't know if it's the same now, but yeah. I don't even need a. I don't even need a soundboard to say yeah. I don't know who you are, so I can't. Am I breaking up at all? My signal says it's very low. I don't know why. 4:30 in the morning in East Coast. I'm gonna share the link. All right. Donald Trump's in chat. Wow. Um, then you're confused. Oh, wait. Actually, I just realized. So predator poachers. Okay, so I'm trying to explain this. MVCap is posting predator poacher catches because they're getting taken down on another channel. Um, so yeah, so I catch predators as well. Under the name Nonviolent Citizens Against Predators. My catches have all. There were two of my catches that got removed. So what I actually did was I'm actually downloading all of them and I'm gonna put them on Rumble or something. I have to figure out what to do. But uh, yeah. Um, but because your boy JDQ, that channel got demonetized. They're being posted on MVCap. Or Alex's sketches are being posted on MVCap. I kind of said that in a scrambled order, but yeah. Yeah, we're getting hit really hard by YouTube. Really hard. I've been hearing about catchers getting taken down left and right. Um, YouTube is um I mean, I don't um why do you make your live streams private after you end the live? Um yeah, I mean, I don't really I don't really do that. I think that I actually don't know why other people do it. I think some people just post it on their members. I'm not really sure. And by the way, I mean, I don't ever say that someone has to stay or anything. So yeah, it just kind of is what it is. Oh, did I share the link? Hold on. Yeah, so to understand, so my channel, because it hasn't been demonetized, that's why Alex's catches are being posted so that Alex can get his monetization off of EnvyCap. So that's just kind of what's going on. Are you in videos with Alex? Actually, a couple of catches. I think about I think 2 to 3 catches we went on. But also I am basically hosting the content. So basically, whatever the catches do monetarily on this channel, it goes back to predator poachers, per an agreement. So in a way, it kind of goes hand in hand. Like if Cat does well, predator poachers does well. Blue Jay exposes pedalisters and absolutely obliterates them from limb to limb, my guy. Yeah, I'm starting to set up. I posted my first video. I'm just kind of new to it. Do you think Todd only called the cops after he said they were already there and that chat acted like they didn't believe him? I don't know. There was only one thing is I was just about to ask him a simple question, but then he dipped, so I just gotta ask him that question. Um. So literally, I'm in pitch black, so there would be nothing there. I mean, not pitch black, but it's just too dark for there to be any um for the purpose of a camera. Yeah, so follow locals and Rumble. I personally have become a local, by the way. Um, and yeah, there's a lot of good catches on there. A lot of the classic catches. So I'd say it's worth it. And this channel now, 2 fours, makes me sick that YouTube is protecting these people, and they are. They really are. Let us know which vids you are in if you are comfortable. Um, so one of the recent ones. Let's see. I'll do my best here. One of the most recent ones. I'm trying to go to my videos. Yeah, so this one was the last sketch I did with Alex. I was decoing on that one. Then there was another one. It was in New York. Then there was the first one. I think it was with PB Mass and Alex, and that was near Boston. Yeah, the Predator pretended he was an undercover cop. That was actually the link I showed. Um, that should be this one. It was 40 minutes from wherever it was to Plastow, New Hampshire. Yeah, PvP got removed. But in San Diego in the past couple years, it was cool to see all the places I knew. I'm no longer there though. Yeah, he's based in San Diego. He had a new channel. Has been slowly uploading videos, but they only show the police interaction. So let's say go follow him and Alex on Rumble. So PvP has another YouTube channel. From San Bernardino, and I moved out of SoCal myself. Yeah, we're eventually gonna have to leave YouTube. Um, I'm trying to figure out like how to manage all of it, but what I think I will do is I'll leave everything but the catch on YouTube, where I'll talk about kind of the investigation on the predator and kind of the storyline of like how the catch started to interact with the decoy and then up to the meet, and then I'll just say you can watch it and see more info on other platforms like Instagram or Rumble or whatever it is, because YouTube has just made a decision that they're gonna take predator side. So there was actually a catch that I did that under no circumstance could it be considered vigilantism of any kind. Um, it was a very calm interview, and that was taken down on the new, I would say in air quotes, cyberbullying policy. It was actually the catch was 4 hours long. Um, I think some of these preds that get exposed hire lawyers to have their videos removed and use a loophole to threaten to sue YouTube if the video is not removed. Is this possible, Ryan? No. I would say YouTube, like pedophiles, don't need to do anything to get protected. They're protected by Hollywood. They're protected by big tech. They don't need to do any of that. Um, like there's tons of videos that show incriminating things, but predator catches are the only ones that go. Yeah, but that's a good question though. I mean, like sometimes that does happen though. Um, but just in general, just saying like no one, like they don't need to convince YouTube to take it down. Like they, yeah, someone should just make a website to post all live videos so any other websites won't take it down. Yeah, I think I did hear of a predator catching platform. Not really sure I recall what it is though. This policy, yeah. So there was this guy called Predator Catcher Destroyer, and his video actually got taken down. But he basically said that he knows someone in YouTube, and that he's he basically said he was very mad at what predator catchers do, and he's gonna do anything he can to stop predator catchers from doing what they do. And there's like two main arguments I hear from there's like two arguments that I hear against predator catching that doesn't make sense. One, they'll say that there's an issue with the information being given from a citizen. But if you think about it, most to all crimes are the evidence is collected by citizens. If someone breaks in, who's going to give them the evidence that that person broke in? A citizen. Give me any crime, really, that I can think of. And who are they going to take their info and evidence from? If someone robs a store, they're going to show the police the video footage from citizens, the store manager. And we've never claimed to be anything more or less than citizens that gather information and disseminate that information to the public and law enforcement. And then there's another argument saying that we could interfere with a criminal investigation. And I would say that what if just up to the one detail of what if that decoy was a real kid? Like if it was an actual 14-year-old boy or an actual 14-year-old girl, whatever the situation is, at that point, does it matter? At that point, would you say it would affect the criminal investigation, or is this just more evidence of more crimes that that one person is committing? So I never understood that argument at all. It just shows it would just show more evidence of that person engaging in criminal activity. It's like if someone robs store A and then they also rob store B, how would them robbing store B interfere with the investigation of store A just because they robbed two stores? I mean, I don't understand the argument against that. And criminal intent is the only thing that matters. It's the most important element of the law of a crime. And so there's no argument that just because it's not a real kid that it means anything. No, I think what they do is if it's a catch, they make the live private, but then they edit it and everything, and then they put it back out as an edited video, so it's edited. Wait, what? How many? I mean, honestly, I don't think they would even need to hide to to get the okay from YouTube. I mean, unless it was CP, but YouTube. I mean, it seems like YouTube. Um, yeah. I mean, I kind of just keep saying the same thing, but yeah, YouTube has chosen has made it clear what side they're on. Yeah. Um, it's netpredators.com. If you're a mod, you can link it. Yeah, no, I kind of just don't want to see it. I believe there's probably like extremely foul stuff on YouTube. I mean, who knows what is on YouTube? All right, here's the link. Honestly, for no real reason, for no good reason. A lot of people are against him and calling him racist and all that. dumb, meaningless bullshit. But here's the thing, he's not a genius either. He's just from what I could see, he just seems like he's mentally ill, and that's just it. It's a celebrity that's mentally ill. Yeah, it seems to be a common. Oh yeah, by the way, I did share the link. Um, there's a lot of people against the catching community. Check these videos out. Well, yeah, it seems to be common now for everyone to private the videos immediately so they can do that and comply with YouTube's guidelines. Yeah, that too. PCI and PCM now do this because their channels keep getting nuked. Yeah, PCI and PCM, they get hit by YouTube the hardest. They get hit by their DAs. They get hit really hard and they just keep going by everything. Like their DA is should not be in charge of anything in that person's entire life, like their DA. Their DA said that they're what like just when they're catching predators, they're then acting as an agent of the state. So I didn't know that you could just within another context, you could be deputized and act as an agent of the state. And then at the same time, he said that they're vigilantes. But if you're an agent of the state, then how are you a vigilante? And if you're a vigilante, then how are you an agent of the state? And how could you be like an agent of the state? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So 30A, kind of forgetting the name, should not be in power. Should all have the authority to somehow deal with these people. Yeah, but what I'm saying is like if we it's like he's trying to use the argument that we would have to abide by law enforcement's, code and regulations just magically whenever we're gathering information as citizens from a predator. Anyone that discourages predator catchers in any shape, way, form is my enemy on the internet and in real life. I agree. Me too. We had no one to run against him to vote him out. Yeah, and the DA whined and complained and said he was being cyberbullied or something by PCI when all they I think all they really said was, why aren't you prosecuting people that are there to commit a sex crime against a child?" So I don't know. Like, literally write in a fictional character over that guy. Pittsburgh. Is that in Pennsylvania? Oh yeah, that's right, Eric Hoffman. Yep. Yes, this is the Net Predators website. Yeah, Eric Hoffman's the name of the DA. I don't want to get struck, but trying to find. Oh, Delaware County. Okay. So, credit to Yahoo News. So, prosecutor says he may sue for unfounded personal smears on vigilantes' social media. Oh no. Delaware County Prosecutor Kaufman is considering litigation over online comments that stem from his refusal to file. Refusal! See right there? Refusal. If there's no crime being committed, why does he need to refuse? Related to sting operations. Sting operations. Who said it was a sting operation? It's investigative journalism. A sting operation requires law enforcement, conducted by a local vigilante group. That's why we gotta get rid of this word. This word. A good way to find out if people are against predator catchers is if they use that word or not. And I'm just gonna ramble about this, and I don't care really if I don't know. I'm just gonna ramble about this. I'm not really gonna pay attention to chat too much. I'll kind of go back and forth. Some supporters of Predator Catchers Muncie, in comments on Facebook and elsewhere, suggested that Hoffman's policy toward vigilante operations represent a sympathy for sex offenders who prey on children. So suggesting a view is worth legal litigation. So not only is this guy like have some technical issue with predator catching, he's against free speech. He wants the pedophiles to run amok on in society, but he wants to go after you for speaking out against him. That's this guy. So if you're in Delaware County and that you have a problem with that, get rid of this guy. This guy should not hold any office or power or position. Um, he has made less than nonsensical legal arguments for everything he said. Other remarks targeting the prosecutor have been even more inflammatory. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, but in general, as far as like any kind of comment online, um, like if someone comments on a video and they say worse stuff, no one can do anything about that. Upon said his critics, saying these things are attempting to bully and intimidate me into violating the law and violating the rules of ethics as I see them. Violating the law. So other DAs, they take the same cases. Are they violating the law? That's what I don't get. That's what I don't get. You know, what's really violating the law is not enforcing the law and not prosecuting someone that should be prosecuted. That's violating the law because that's actually. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know how to reason with any of it. I'm watching catches and Surrey Cube Catchers. Yeah, I saw them. They were one of the first ones I saw. I saw them in Anxiety War. Back in the day, YouTube was different back then, but even now, the evidence is turned into law enforcement. Yeah, if it was real vigilantism, that means we would be taking the law into our own hands, which would mean the pedos would be beaten to near death in every catch, but that doesn't happen. Yeah, and that's like does he even I hope this guy loses so badly. Um in But it's like some people just don't give a shit. They'll watch the article, but they won't mobilize and vote. So just because they won't vote, they'll and this guy is like the incumbent, they'll just stay in. So I don't know. We gotta warn people in Delaware County, I believe the state's Indiana, that this guy should not be in charge of anything. This guy is a danger to this country. This guy is a danger to his people. Just for him being in office. And the crazy thing is, like, let's talk about vigilantism. Any and every time real vigilantism exists is when the law is not enforced. Whenever it's like the illegal drug industry, whenever the government does not do what it's supposed to do, something else will take its place. Like, so in this situation, um, I don't know, I'm trying to explain it, but like, if they don't enforce the law, That's the opposite. Like, enforcing the law would be the opposite of vigilantism. If you don't enforce the law, then you expose them, and then that person's already exposed on the internet. Then real citizens will be compelled to act as vigilantes, given this guy is promising their people that that pedophile will be protected. That's what he's promising to his people. He's saying, yeah, all those guys, all those future catches that this predator catcher that the predator catchers have caught, I'm not taking their cases. So what do you think that's gonna motivate people to do? So it's nonsensical to say that not taking cases is gonna discourage vigilantism when this guy is creating vigilantism by imposing a vacuum where the law is supposed to be enforced. Yeah, that's true. Even if the DA thinks it's a vigilante act, they can ask for all the evidence they want and use their evidence. Can't just deem the evidence infallible. Yeah, and it's kind of like they're not even looking at it. They're just saying anything like this is vigilantism. That shows a lack of due diligence. There's no finding that they're vigilantes. This guy wants to sue for like, oh yeah, he's a bad DA. Well, how about we should sue for calling me a vigilante? That's what I want to do. I want to see one of these people hit with a suit. Because this guy deserves to be sued. If someone calls me a vigilante, I'm suing. I'm saying you're saying that I'm committing crime doing what I'm doing, then I'm taking you to court. So I don't know, that's what we should start be doing. We have to send a message saying we're not vigilantes and send it in a very very harsh way. What about a reverse psychology publicity stunt and promote and advertise there as a safe space for Preds? Well, most people aren't Preds, so I don't know how that would work. Does anyone hear the case of Gary? Oh yeah, I'm not good at pronouncing names. Plausch? He shot his son's kidnapper and rapist in the head on live television and killed him. He received no time for it. He'll always be a hero to me. That's good. That's a nice end to the story. Look at the Delphi murders and the cop that was in connection with prosecution trying to do a proper investigation only to be demoted is an absolute disaster. Yeah. Yeah, we'll watch it, but I don't know. I don't know about YouTube. Is kind of weird about copyright strikes and stuff. So I just can't do it here. I feel like I can share an article, but I can't share a video. I just don't see it as being a vigilante. If you're recording evidence of a crime, turning your evidence over in the form of chat logs, there should be some form of cooperative coercion. And again, the argument cannot be made that the issue is the citizens are gathering the evidence, because that is literally how all crimes are reported. All crimes that are reported will result in citizens disseminating that information to law enforcement exactly like us, exactly like predator catchers. It's the same thing. Okay, I gotta go back. Once he's in Indiana, Hoffman is a Democrat who had no one running against him in the election last year. Hopefully, we will have someone run against him. Yeah, I personally want to see this guy lose. I really do. This guy should not be in charge. And honestly, if he wants to if he wanted to sue, if I did a catch there and he called me a vigilante, I would counter sue. I would go further. I would dare him to sue me, and I would counter sue. Because I think I'm pretty sure vigilantism has violent connotations that definitely cannot be exhibited, and that's defamation of character. Uh, the dictionary definition, so I don't you get very far. I don't know what you mean. No, because we don't suppress or punish. So we're actually not the definition. We actually don't do anything to crime. All we do is we gather information of crime. So I guess if you film, if you film a crime happening, or if you interview someone and then they incriminate themselves, I guess you're a vigilante. But yeah, even your own definition that you cited, it doesn't even apply because we're not suppressing or punishing. We're turning our information in for people for the law to punish predators, right? So, I mean, even your own definition didn't work. Yeah, but that's even that definition, it doesn't work. I don't. How does that apply to us? We're not punishing crime. Yeah, I mean that's the definition. I have the definition up on screen, and it doesn't apply. Keep reading. Keep reading where? So we're not punishing crime. There's no argument that we're punishing crime or suppress crime. What's your evidence that we are punishing or suppressing crime in a vigilante like way? It totally does not apply. And again, then if we're saying like talking to them in a harsh tone is in any way punishment of crime, then that's kind of a very thin line that anything is vigilantism. I mean, so if someone might be committing a crime, I guess stay away from them because you might accidentally be a vigilante if you do anything that could be deemed as punishing. It is ridiculous. There's no definition that we're vigilantes. Even that definition I just cited, it's not vigilantism because we're not punishing criminals. So why are they losing wages though? Are we taking their wages? Are we taking their wages? Are we resulting in loss of wages? Or are we just documenting and putting it out there and then whatever happens results in the loss of wages? Yeah, see, it doesn't work. Because it's kind of like the fallacy is we're not the ones that did that. Like if it's like if they get arrested, we're not the ones that arrested them. If I mean that definition just doesn't work. So how are we punishing crime? And again, in a vigilante like way. Like we would have to break the law or something substantial that we're actually doing the punishing. I mean, there's no argument that we're punishing crime. Yeah, and then again, it's kind of like that's kind of what I've been saying is like it's like a class thing. It's like just because we're not in we don't have like a fancy camera crew or anything like that, all of a sudden because we're not like a fan yeah, like we don't then all of a sudden we're not then all of a sudden we're vigilantes. It's like so why is so like is it just money? No, so we turn our evidence into the police and then the police would punish the predator, right? No, we would turn it in for the police to for them but then it's their but then they are like then if they punish the predator, they're the ones that punish the predator, not us. See more with this guy. Story continues. Unopposed for his bid for a second term in the November 8th election. See? Unopposed. He said several concerns citing legal, ethical, and safety reasons about sting operations conducted by non-law enforcement professionals without the involvement of the police. He noted a related report by the Indiana Prosecuting Attorneys Council on the stance of the Indiana Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, which directed its members to not approve, condone, or promote cyber vigilantism by private citizens. Well, you are. They are. If you don't take their cases and that person is exposed in a non-vigilante way, then that person will be exposed. And then if you're promising you're not going to enforce the law, then real cyber vigilantism will happen. So right now, um, the Indiana Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, they need to stop their DA from doing exactly what they're against. I'm not against prosecuting these online perverts, but it has to be done by the law. Well, yeah, I mean, if it's done properly, I'm all for it. If the police do it, if these people initiate or find some target and then turn it over to the police. So that's a lie. saying that we initiate conversation. Wait, is that what he's saying? These people initiate or find some target and then turn it over to the police, like I've asked them to do. Oh, okay. Hold on. I might be misreading that. People initiate or find some target. So you can't. I mean, in general, you can't act. That actually would be a legal violation because you can't initiate it. You can't and have a defined target. Um, see what chat's saying. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like that. Like, let's say you show, and let's say you post it on YouTube too. You know, like, oh, it's a drunk driver, but then you're calling 911. That's literally the exact same thing as a catch. So you have walking the cartoons like that around me, you'll never get rid of the stigma. I mean, there are certain other catchers that do have that effect. But actually, on the flip side, I would actually argue that I'm noticing a correlation between catchers that are more aggressive and kind of would do more what would be at least closer to vigilantism with horrible DAs. So it's kind of like the argument could kind of be made that they're just products of their environment. Where if the DA says, okay, we're not gonna, so it doesn't matter if you do it the right way. It doesn't matter if you dot your I's and cross your T's. We're not gonna do anything. So I think that just says like, all right, basically I just need to not break the law and or maybe even break the law. I mean, then it doesn't matter. Which is why um whenever there's DAs that don't take cases, it creates real vigilantism. Not every catch is going to turn into an arrest on live. Preventative think about the preventive nature. Look at their stopping. Yeah. Well, I think you meant muting. Yeah, I kind of wanted this to only be about an hour. But I don't know if it has to happen in the next election, but we have to get word that this guy, Eric Hoffman, should not be in office or hold any position. I mean, this guy should. The idea of this guy even being in charge of anything or having any kind of power influence worries me. This guy should not have any. Yeah. But yeah, I'm actually gonna end it off.